What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and I hope we're all doing extremely well. Now, I'm cutting my videos down to one a week purely because they're not getting the views that they used to. So yeah, unless it picks up a little bit, I'll just be sticking to the one video a week from now, which will be on a Monday night. So yeah, we're going to be dropping gameplay similar to this in the respect of like the weekend objectives and how we did it and how quickly we did it and the squads we used and the teams we used and the setup we used. So as you can see in front of you, this is the Evo team. So this was the Evo Elites that we did over the weekend. These are just some of my Evos. These are some of my best Evos, of my better Evos. So yeah, they're pretty fun. Not started Taram yet. He is my next port of call to do him. In the middle of doing Doku as well, so he's pretty nice. But Joe Linton's a beast, Cambuala's a beast, Lorente Mendes a beast. Obviously Van der Ven is an absolute crazy good card as well. So anyway, we're not using the 4-4-2 purely because we have found a better formation, and we have found a formation that is beating the meta, and that formation is the 4-2-3-1. Now let me show you how I have the 4-2-3-1 set up. We have it set to the narrow version, of course, and we have it on balance, so players will vary between forward runs and coming short. It's a bit more possession based than normal, than rather all out attack, but when you're playing these friendly games, obviously a lot of people are just going gung-ho. You can go gung-ho as well if you like, but I just find it a little bit better if we just sit back, let them go gung-ho, and we'll find the holes, and that's exactly what we do. Defensive approach we have on high because we want the auto offside trap. So that's what we've got there. Let me drop in the gameplay and show you how this is all set up and how I have the players set up. You can see the goals and build-up play and stuff like that, and then we'll come back and do the player roles. So we'll just start off with the team that you can see in front of you with the Evo Elites, because it is one of the main objectives this weekend. I think you need 12 wins, 12 goals, chip shot, etc, etc. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that we are using the same formation across each game mode. So it's not specific to one particular game mode, it is specific to all of them. So yeah, we might as well start with the Evo Elites. We've all probably completed it by now. I know that I have. A bit of a pain in the backside, but we did it, especially when you come up against two opponents. But you don't actually see that on the front of the screen, which is really annoying. And then we get a nice cheeky little chip that we needed, and we get a nice little 2-1 win in extra time with the 4-2-3-1. The 4-2-3-1 was such a balanced formation in every way. It had good attacking strengths, it had good defensive strengths. For me, it was just an all-round great formation this weekend, and I am coming up against it a lot more, so I can only assume that this is going to get a lot more attention. So I would jump on it now and get it in one of your slots, because I most certainly have. And I thought it would be too defensive, but it's not. Honestly, it's such a good formation, and you can see here defensively it's nice, compact, tight, high up the pitch. Offensively, you get your players forward quick because we're using a counter-attacking setup on this, which I'll show you at the end of these gameplay clips. But you can see 2-0 up. Defensively, it was solid. I mean, how many times did people quit on you during these Evo Elites? Because I had very rare quitters. So I was having to play a decent game at a high level as well. So this is where this formation came into its own, which was pretty nice. We'll move on to rivals. You can see bottom left of your screen, we are transitioning. You can see it on your radar. We are now transitioning to the 4-2-3-1. It is exactly the same setup as I was using in the Evo Elite. However, it's different players. Of course, it's different players. We have to use different players. We have to use slightly better players than we do in friendlies, for example. So we do have the likes of Beckham, Williams, Watkins, which is his Champions League card. And from here, yeah, we also have that new Savinho card as well, which is a pretty nice card. We also have Nani. Nani is a brilliant card. If you haven't done him, highly recommend him. And look at this for a counter-attack. So we get out to the wing on Savinho. We're not overly committing, but we wait. The left back is making his run forward. Nobody tracks him. The 87 Mendy is a crazy good card, and that is a nice left-footed goal on the counter-attack. And then we move on. So from here, the guy commits a tactical foul. So we've got a free kick in a pretty useless position, to be fair, but we can bypass his two strikers right there to Beckham in midfield. You can see now we have the cam, which is where Nani's playing. He spreads it out wide. We've got Watkins in the box for the heading ability if we need him, but we go back outside the box. You can see Nani in the pocket. Nice little turn and a great outside of the right foot shot there, and we get 2-0. And The guy quits me. I can only assume he's a guy, so forgive me if he's not. So bottom left of your screen again, you can see we're transitioning to the 4-2-3-1, and this time it is in a FUT Champs game. And yeah, although we don't go on to win this game, we actually lose on penalties. We are coming up against the meta formation and some really good players, but we do give this guy a game, and that's what we want. And that's what we're after. We don't want to be steamrolled. Yes, I go 2-0 up, and then we go 3-3, and then we get into penalties. But I just wanted to kind of prove a point that I do lose games. But it's how I lose those games that's important for me. And yeah, when I come up against a superior player, I like to give them a game, and that's exactly what we did with this formation. We gave our opponent a decent game, and that's all we can ask for. So yeah, you would have seen the gameplay, you would have seen how this plays, you would have seen the offside trap, how that works, all that information that we already have. However, this at the minute you would be seeing a lot of the 4-2-1-3, and this is kind of a variation of the 4-2-3-1. So let me show you 4-2-1-3. So let me show you. So as you can see in front of you, it looks with the ball, it looks exactly like a 4-2-1-3. However, when you defend in a 4-2-3-1 narrow. And what the beauty is about this is I can change it in game, as you would have seen. So I can have my wingers as cams basically. So we've got some super quick players. We've got some amazing players that are wingers opposed to cams. So that just works out better. And we get the added defence of having kind of 4 or 5 defenders at a time. So that's how we have this set up. So yeah, we have the left back and right back on full back and defend. Defenders we don't touch, we just leave them alone. Goalkeeper I don't even bother with either, that's not even worth it. My holding DM I have on holding and defend. My more box to box I have on holding and ball winning. Now Joelinton is an amazing ball winner in this game. If you haven't done his Evo, why the hell not? He is amazing, and he gets his head on the ball in the opposition box. He's just a bully all over the pitch, so he is an amazing card too. Then your wide cams we have on Shadow Striker and Attack on both sides. The classic 10 and attack on the middle cam, and the striker advance forward or attack, sorry, or you can have them on poetry, it's up to you. And then yeah, in attack it looks like a 4-2-1-3 without having the 4-2-1-3 set up, if that makes sense. So that's how we have this one set up. Yeah, we've totally completely finished the Evo Elites. We did it in just slightly over an hour. We're unbeaten. We're 10 games unbeaten at the minute in Rivals Division 1. We went, I think I went 9-0 in the weekend league, and then I stopped. So, and it was exactly the same setup. Obviously different players, but exactly the same setup. So there we have it. So yeah, definitely give this one a try. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week for the next video.